Howdy sports fans, how are ya? You good? Good. So some unexpected news coming out of Nintendo, unexpected in the sense that you're surprised they didn't do it a little earlier. A listing over on Nintendo's own website has announced that they are buying Next Level Games, who will become a subsidiary of Nintendo and develop games just for them. Even though that's pretty much what they did anyway. There is no price attached to the acquisition, but it will go through on March 1st, 2021. So what it looks like Nintendo are trying to spend that Mario 25 anniversary from artificially selling Super Mario 64 and stuff, so good on them, you spend that cash. So who are Next Level Games and why is this not a surprise to a lot of people? Well, they've pretty much, as I've mentioned, only ever really worked with Nintendo. Most recently on the absolutely excellent Luigi's Mansion 3, which I've got to say I think might actually be my favourite Switch game ever. I mean, is that controversial? I don't know. As well as Super Mario Strikers and the pretty controversial Metroid Prime Federation Force, which was a Nintendo 3DS spin-off for the Metroid Prime series that is basically a multiplayer football game. I'm still fascinated how that slipped through the cracks at Nintendo. Who signed off on that? So Nintendo don't often buy a lot of studios, but when they do, it usually makes sense for them to do so, and it makes a lot of sense for them to buy Next Level Games, who I am simply kind of astonished they didn't buy earlier. When I played Luigi's Mansion 3, I honestly just thought it was a Nintendo game. It's like it's got that Nintendo magic to it, just in its charm and in its humour and its visuals. So I was super surprised to see that Next Level had actually developed it themselves. If you're wondering what they're working on, the acquisition details didn't list them really doing anything, and they also mentioned that they won't really affect Nintendo's portfolio for at least the next couple of years, so if you want another Super Mario Strikers game, you might be a little disappointed. In other news, something that might have slipped through the cracks of a lot of people, as it kind of came out on New Year's Day and nobody really wants to use their brain and think and read stuff on New Year's Day. I know I don't. The developers of Titanfall are once again doing everything in their power not to make a new Titanfall game. A job listing discovered by VGC in early January seems to hint that Respawn are currently looking to hire some new people for a brand new IP, which unfortunately rules out Titanfall 3. And it also looks like it might be a live service game, just based on the line where it says they are looking for people to help them build new practical technologies to enable adventuring forever. And if there's anything live service games want, it's for you to play them forever until you die. Now, this really shouldn't be surprising news for Titanfall fans, who, let's be honest, have come to be disappointed over the last few years when it comes to Titanfall news. I mean, when Respawn announced that they were working on a Medal of Honor VR game instead of a new Titanfall game, that was kind of the biggest hint that the IP isn't really their main focus at all. Plus, they have Apex Legends, which is set in the Titanfall universe, but that doesn't make it okay, which is currently probably bordering on 100 million total players since launch. And it also coming over to Steam gave it a new lease of life, where it has resided in the top 10 most played games since it launched there in November. They also have a Jedi Fallen Order sequel, which seems pretty inevitable even though it's not been announced. So the chances of getting a new Titanfall game are slipping further and further away, and it makes me sadder and sadder every day. They could just be, of course, trying to build up the hype for the game, like making its eventual the eventual reveal of Titanfall 3 be like a massive, huge moment, because it has got cult status, and the fact that it's intertwined with the Apex Legends universe might make people more interested in Titanfall over time. Of course, we saw when it came to Steam that it had a pretty decent boom, and it's still got a lot of players, maybe not as much as Apex or a lot of multiplayer games. For an FPS game that came out in 2017 and wasn't really supported by the publisher at all, it's doing okay. You do have to wonder though, what would have happened if they hadn't slid it between Battlefield, 1? You see, this is the thing, I can vividly remember Titanfall 2 coming out then, but I cannot remember the two massive FPS games came out alongside. Was it Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare, the one with Jon Snow in space? Man, that was a strange old time to be a Call of Duty fan, right? But until the day we get Titanfall 3, I'm never going to lose hope. So just a couple quick bits of video gamer news for you. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to let me know down below, and thank you for watching.